Yo, good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's the deal, everybody? Welcome to another Red Nation Unlimited. I'm your man, Wasted Talent, man. We got a lot of things to talk about today. We got the Aidan O'Connell, Barbara himself, news coming out of the Raiders camp. We got some sad and unfortunate news with Chandler Jones. We're going to break down some of the stuff from the game coming up this week. We're going to break out some stuff coming out of what happened out of the Steelers game. But like I always say, everybody, let's start this podcast. Yo, what's the deal, everybody? What's the deal, man? Sorry, man, your brother Wasted, man. You know, I got on the air and I said to myself, I said, man, yo, I'm ready to talk Raider football. As soon as I got on the air, man, I just like, yo, I'm not feeling that great today, man. Y'all gotta show some more love in the room. Everybody on Twitter, everybody out there, tell a friend to tell a friend. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. I need y'all help today, man. My energy is down, bro. I need some love in the room. Oh my God. Let me get my shout outs and salutations, man. Yo, shout out to my guy Josh T. Splendiferous. Wasted. What is the word of the day? You're jumping the line, Josh T. The word of the day has not been thought of. But guess what? The word of the day will commence later. My God. Raider Tiger. Terrell Italy, man. Commitment to excellence, just win championships, man. I wish everybody else felt like that. My guy, Black Sheep 46, Beast Coast, Wasted, done with the retreads with our Raiders. Let the young pups get them feet wet, trial by fire now. Now, give me my damn content, son. I ain't mad at that, yo. My guy, M85, Corvette, Danny Malero, Darth Raider, Raider Tiger. Yesterday's QB is not today's QB. Yo, we got the illustrious and praiseworthy one, Tyree Wilson. Yeah, I'm tweaking, yo. Julio Jones, Aunt Mara, Paul Edgerton from way across the pond, my dog, man. Big Mike Raiders in the place. Thank you, bro. Checking in. Number 1, 2, 3 is in the place. JP Lacasi, O Gems, Edgar Gonzalez. My brother Graf is in the place. Gilbert Digital Marking. I gotta read this one, man. Josh McDaniels wanting Hoyer as QB number 1 over AFC is disrespectful. Not just AOC, but to Raider Nation. And I refuse to watch a QB number 1 Hoyer this season. Yo, bro, that's what we got to talk about, y'all. Yo, shout out to, you got 150 in the room. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. Dan Teacher's in the place, man. Kevin Castro. The rant line opens up now. Wasted. I am disgusted with this organization. I'm a young fan, 24 years old, and I have seen nothing. Kevin Castro, man, I'm so sorry about that, man. I'm sorry you missed the glory days. But the glory days are going to return, my guy. They're going to return, man. Just have faith. We got to have faith. If we have faith, we have nothing else, man. So, yo, let's get into it, y'all. If you guys haven't heard, Jimmy G, man, is a guy who is not looking like it's going to be available this Sunday, you know, from Adam Schefter, man. And to be honest with you, man, I'm going to be real with you, bro. And I know this sounds foul. Look, I'm a supporter of this organization. I'm a supporter of Jimmy and all that. You know, look, let's be for real here. This ain't the worst thing in the world. This ain't the worst thing in the world. It ain't the worst thing in the world. Because, look, man, the main problem with this team has been the fact that we do not have the deep ball. The deep ball is something that The Raiders are known for this. It's a staple in our offense. No matter who's been the coach here, no matter who's the quarterback, we throw the ball deep in Las Vegas, Oakland, and or Los Angeles. They're stacking the box. You can't get Josh Jacobs going because there's no noticeable threat of Jimmy G throwing those wounded ducks. Now, look, man, Jimmy G has always been the kind of quarterback that's need balance, and he's had that lower leg extremity issue, man, and does not look like he has the same velocity. He never was a hard thrower to football. But the stuff I saw against Pittsburgh, man, was just woeful, man. He's leading the league in interceptions. And at this point, I want to see what we got with Aidan O'Connell, bro. I really do. I want to see if there's really the real potential for him to be somebody that we can lean on in the future. I want to see this. I need to see it. And I need to see it against the starters. Because, when we watched Aidan O'Connell in preseason, he looked phenomenal, but he was playing against 2s and 3s. And, we don't really know what that means. If Aidan O'Connell can come out and cook versus the Chargers, that shows that he's ready for prime time. Even if we don't win the game, he comes out and he plays well, or he completes, some really, really, difficult throws down the field with some velocity, 40, 50 yards down the field. That is what's missing from this offense. It's going to open everything else up for us. And I'm okay locating the quarterback and coming with the bumps and bruises that comes with a young quarterback over just watching sure and pure mediocrity. Like with Brian Hoyer, bro, Brian Hoyer really needs a headset. I don't know why Brian Hoyer is on this roster. I don't know why they don't have a real capable backup. And it is further indictment that there's somebody that has this Patriot ego bias. And to be honest with you, we're starting to see a lot of people, have said, hey, man, we told you that Josh McDaniels was trash and this regime and and the Raiders, and I knew it. Look, man, you didn't land on Plymouth Rock with that. You did not discover penicillin with that assessment about Josh McDaniels. You didn't. Like, bro, let's be for real here. You got a lot of people who are trying to come after, myself and my guys Graf and Hammer, and because people want us to come on here and destroy the Raiders and talk bad about the Raiders. And shout out to Graf. He alluded to something similar. We talk about this all the time. I don't want to get on my soapbox, but look, man, I love this team. I'm not going to come on here and be negative about this team. I'm going to come on here. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to give you my assessment of how I think we can win, why I think we can win. And I'm going to talk about the draft. I'm going to talk about, schematic, and I'm going to talk about the game in the most positive light for the Raiders because I love the Raiders, man. And, dude, if you love this team, you want to see the good in it, and you want to give people a chance before you come and shit all over something. But for the people who were like, I knew we were going to be bad, and it's only the third game of the season, we could turn this around. You never know, right? Stranger things have happened. But for the people that say, oh, we're going to be bad, it's like, well, bro, let's just be for real. For the last 25 years, we haven't been good. It's more often than not, we're not going to be good, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, let's be for real here, bro. We've had a lot of bad seasons in the last 25, 30 years. You ain't landed on Plymouth Rock like that. Fuck are we talking about? And with Josh McDaniels, listen, you had to give him that chance. It ain't working. And if he goes out here and he trots out Brian Hoyer as a starting quarterback, and look, I'm going to be for real with you. He will have lost whatever goodwill he had with me. He would have lost that. There's no good reason to trot Brian Hoyer out there. Brian Hoyer's career in the National Football League will never be better than it was, and it's been pretty putrid. There's no reason to cart that guy out there. This is a prime, opportunity for you to see what you have going into next season. Because to be honest with you, say for instance, the Raiders are in mediocrity hell, and the Raiders are like 7-9 or something like that, right? The Raiders are even worse than that, and they're not, in a position to take one of the better quarterbacks coming out. You got to see what you got in this kid. Because you can't trot Garoppolo with the way, as limited as Jimmy looks, I'm going to give him a little more of a chance, but as limited as Jimmy looks, you really can't sell that to this fan base. You can't come back out with him as a starting quarterback, win, lose, or draw. Even if we get lucky and win some games we shouldn't, you can't come back with Jimmy Garoppolo and sell that to Davante Adams. You can't sell that to this fan base. It is a good thing to see if this kid O'Connell has what it takes. And I don't think you're going to really make that assessment from one game, but there are some players that as soon as you play them, you can see that it's never going to work for them, right? Aidan O'Connell is one of them guys where, man, listen, he has a lot of poise and maturity in the pocket. He doesn't have like a Brett Favre arm, but he has a strong enough arm to make the defense back off. He can deliver and make all the throws. He can make all the throws, and I'm all right with that. I want to see it in real time. I want to see it with live bullets, man. My guy, Mongol Raider. Still mad, but always a Raider fan till I die. Wasting and Graph getting us through the week. Vent and move on, peeps. F the adults. And that's the F I'm talking about, man. My guy, Ace Wiz. Hoyer hasn't worked for anyone. See, and the thing about backup quarterbacks is crazy, man. Like, when you have a backup quarterbacks are supposed to give you a chance to win at least a game or two, give you a chance. But there are some backups that are so bad that they don't even give you a chance. So with the Raiders at a very crucial part of the season, the Raiders are 1-2. 2-2. The percentages, do you make the playoffs and for the team to be viable going forward, go up exponentially from you being 1-3. When you're 1-3, you are on a road to nowhere. When you're 2-2, you're 500 at the first quarter of the season. You've gone 4 games, and now you are 500. And if you can build on that from there, you can go to the playoffs. But if you are 1-3, let me tell you something. There's already been reports this week that there are people in his locker room who are not enjoying his offense. There are also reports that people are saying that this offense is archaic and too complicated, and the league has passed it by. Now, look, you guys know, man, you got to take everything with a grain of salt when it comes to the Raiders, because there's always somebody out there that wants to give you the most negative light possible with anything that comes with the Raiders, right? Let's just be for real, right? But there has to be a shred of truth. Surely there is some truth in this. Like, you can see the way Davante Adams reacted after that game. There is some truth. I think that Josh McDaniels needs to go in the room, wherever he is right now, with his fat face. He needs to take his headset off, go in a room, lock himself in a room with a mirror, and have a conversation with himself. And say, Josh, fat face McDaniels, do I really, really want to be a head coach? Do I ever want to win? Do I ever want to look at and be looked at more than just Belichick's minion? Do I? Is it just Tom Brady? Because I have to do something now. And I can't use this play sheet of what the Patriots would do. Because guess what? This shit don't work when you don't have number 12. It doesn't work when you have, like, bro, you got to understand something. This man came here, and I'm on board for it, right? If you can institute the Patriot way, well, who's won more than the Patriots in the last 25 years? Fuck it. Why not, right? But the thing about the Patriot way that made it work was number 12. And even on the defensive side of the football, because if number 12 is willing to take less money, and he's the greatest damn quarterback in this league, he's the biggest star in the league. Who's won more than Brady? You're willing to take less money and to work hard, and he's working hard, and he's old enough to be some of the players on the team's dad. What would make you think it's okay not to work hard? That culture had been established and refined because of the coaches who were there. Look who preceded Bill Belichick before he got there. Pete Carroll preceded him. Pete Carroll, Hall of Fame coach. Who was the coach before Pete Carroll? It was Bill Parcells, his mentor. And a lot of the players who was on the defense were drafted by Bill. Lawyer Malloy, Teddy Bruschi, Willie McGinnis. These guys were there. Right? So that was a culture that was bubbling anyway. And he got there and he cultivated it and he kept that culture going. What we've had to do here is we've had to rip the culture all the way down to the ground, get everybody out of here, and start from the ground up. Now, in today's NFL, in the situation that we're in Las Vegas, that might not be the best approach because you got to put butts in the seat. You got to be box office. You have to have guys on this team that are box office. So how do you build a team of young guys that you're, one, not willing to play, right? Because they're not ready, right? But then you have veterans that are middling veterans because you do have some superstars that had to get paid. And you have to fill the roster in with guys who probably shouldn't be starting. And some of the guys, they have games, they play well. Like John Jenkins played a hell of a game this week. But if you're telling me that going into the season that John Jenkins is a guy who's going to be an anchor for my defense, then that means that I don't have such a great defense. Right? So this is what we're doing now. So now you have all these young players that you've drafted that you're not playing. Right? So we don't know how good these guys are. Then you got a bunch of vets that are okay. And then you got a few superstars. And now you have a situation where the unstoppable force and the immovable object meet. This is what you have here right now. Right? You try to unload the quarterback's big contract. But then you don't take that money and go out there and go get box office players on the other side of the football. So now, what are we left with now? We're left with a concussed quarterback. We're left with the best wide receiver in football who's really, really unhappy. We have one of the better running backs in football who is not playing well. And now you're telling me in this fan base that with the season on the line, you're going to bring Brian high-stakes Hoyer on the field? There is no way, and I mean no way, that Brian Hoyer should see a snap unless it's a complete and utter emergency. There just ain't no way. And that is why on the thumbnail for this episode of Raider Nation Unlimited, I put Favre, the great Aidan O'Connell. It's time to let the young man cook. It's time to see what he has. It's time to open up this offense and actually throw the football deep. This is what time it is. It is time to see if this kid has the ability to be a guy that we can hang our hat on going forward. Now, there's no better time than the present. No better time than the present. And I'm going to tell you something. Hear me and hear me good. Wasted has supported this regime because I don't want to see a dumpster fire here. But if they start Brian Hoyer, my support for this regime is gone. If they start Brian Hoyer and disrespect this fan base like that, my support for this regime is gone. There's no way on this earth that you can put that man in there and tell me that we are going to go and beat the Los Angeles Dischargers. There just ain't no way. There ain't no effing way. There ain't no way. There ain't no effing way. Look, I got a super here somewhere. I didn't even read it, man. I'm just up here ranting and raving. The illustrious and praiseworthy Tyree Wilson. I'm getting 2 sacks, 5 tackles, and 1 forced fumble Sunday. Yeah, good for you, man. The F out of here. Paul Edgerton. I said on Twitter earlier, McDaniels plays Hoyer. He could be the first head coach to be fired during the game. And you guys, if you want to get into some gambling prop bets, you sick puppies, Josh McDaniels is leading the odds to be the first coach fired this year. How real is that? Like, when did we ever think that was going to happen? And it doesn't make me feel good. I hope the guy is successful, man. I'm not one of these guys who are hell-bent on seeing him not succeed because he came from the Patriots. I don't give a damn whether he came from the moon. As long as he helps his team win, I accept him. But if he doesn't help this team win, then he can get the F out of here. My guy, cloned Avenger. I'm 31. Only Super Bowl I saw was the Bucks meltdown in 2003. Just remember my dad singing in the couch. Still Raider Nation for life. But hope some good memories are coming. Yo, I hope bro, it hurts my heart, bro, to see young Raider fans be mired in a lifetime of mediocrity. It hurts my heart to see young Raider fans loving something that ain't loving them back. Kills me, man. It kills me, and it hasn't loved you back in a long time. It hasn't loved you back in a long time, man, and I'm praying that it does. Praying it does, man. Christian Link, my God, thank you for the $4.99 super. Thank you for keeping the lights on at Raider Nation Unlimited. What if AOC gets us a win? What do you think we do at QB the following week? I say we ride the hot. I say we ride the hot hand. Like, bro, look, man. At this point, I know it's only, week 4, but we are not stupid, and they're not either. If we can see the handwriting on the wall, they can too. They can see how this team is playing. They can see it, bro. They can see how this offense hasn't put up over 21 points yet. This is an offensive team. All the money's on the offensive side of the football. We were talking about having a bend, don't break defense. This is what we were talking about. So, dude, if he moves the football, even if they lose and he rings it up and they're juking and jiving, they're throwing the ball deep, they're scoring touchdowns, you got to ride that energy if you want to keep your job. You got to ride that energy. And to be real with you, Brian Hoyer looked terrible this preseason. Absolutely putrid. Terrible. An effing bum. Guys, I'm starting to get my energy back. I'm sorry to yelling and shit. Somebody just asked me something, man, that was a really dope question, and I'm trying to find it, man. Somebody asked me, Wasted, do you believe we'll ever have a home field advantage again? My man J. Rowe with the coldest picture ever, the great John Gotti with the Raider jacket on. Wasted, we ever have a home field advantage again? Bro, you got to realize something, bro. This is not the Northeast. This is not Oakland. Oakland is a town, like I've said this before. Y'all have heard me say this. If you watch me, you've heard me say this. Oakland is a town that you can draw a line around, pick it up, and put it right on the East Coast, and it would fit right in. So a town of hardworking, loyal, gritty, tough mother effers who love their team through and through, and they'll show up no matter what. Las Vegas is not such a town. Las Vegas is more like Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a place, because some of you are from LA. You guys know. You have some diehard sports fans, but most sports fans realize, and you know what? I'm not going to do that to LA. LA is a major market. Let's say Miami. Miami is an event town, bro. So when the Heat are winning and the Heat have LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and it's the hottest ticket in the NBA, they whiten out. They got towels. Everybody, it's no seats in the house. Lil Wayne is on the front. Everybody's there. That's how it is in Miami. If the Dolphins start winning, which it looks like they're starting to win, you're going to start seeing celebrities there. It's going to be packed. Everybody's going to be so psyched, and they're going to have this big fan base. The minute they're not winning, no one is there, bruh, because it's hot and it's shit to do, and it's a beach, and it's beautiful women everywhere. That is how Las Vegas is. It's too much shit to do for people to come and watch a shitty team. I'm going to be real with you. So if they're not winning, no, we will not have a home field advantage. The minute we start winning, those ticket resellers, the beautiful people who have these tickets, because it's so expensive, most people who have these tickets are filthy rich. Unless, you go up in the top of the stadium and you pass out. Some people aren't even fortunate enough to attend a game. I feel fortunate enough that I've been able to go and attend games there. Very fortunate. But that is out of the wheelhouse of a lot of people. That is a destination game throughout the league. Where would you want to go if you got a woman better than going to go see the Raiders? If you're going to see one game and go away, who do you want to see? You want to see the Raiders because it's like, okay, I could bring my lady here. I can go to the game. She can go to the spa. You know what I'm saying? Or if I come out here with my guys, we can go to the Spearmint Rhino. Have a gang of fun at the nudie bar. We get drunk. We can gamble. Everything is on the table. However wild you want to get in Vegas, you can get it just as wild as you want. Go see the game. Fly home. Whatever happens there stays there. So it is going to be a load. Pause. If the Raiders are ever going to overcome this. The only way you overcome this is by winning. Winning. You can't dupe a fan base that have watched the other professional sports teams in that market win. You can't dupe them. They want results. It's an event town. You got people that's packed watching the Aces. Nobody gives a goddamn about the WNBA. But the Aces are winners, and people like winners. People don't like hockey. Come on, man. Nobody cares about hockey. But guess what? People will go watch the Golden Knights because they're winning. You got to win in Vegas. If the Raiders win, they will galvanize that town forevermore. But you have to win first. You can't rest on the laurels of this shield. You got to give something back. You can't rest on 1984 out there. You can do it in Oakland. But you can't do it in Las Vegas. And Mark Davis, you on the clock, my brother. Look, this is the thing, man. And I always say this, and a lot of people say, Mark Davis, sell the team. Look, man, he's a businessman. And the mistake that he's made is not hiring the right guy. All of the things that happen after he makes that hire, it's not really on him unless he sees some negligence going on and he doesn't step in. Because this team is his birthright. This is the legacy of his family. That's what this is. This is personal to him. That is the reason why I like him owning the team. I don't want some conglomerate that'll come here and buy this team and use it as a damn cash register. Because if you get the wrong owner in here that owns this team, they won't give a good goddamn whether we win or not, because they can make their money from the out-of-town fans coming in every week. Don't you see what just happened this weekend? It's disgraceful. Every week, teams like the New York Jets and the New York Giants, and the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cowboys and the Chiefs with these huge and the Packers. Look who's coming here this season. The Packers are coming here. They got just as big of a fan base as the Steelers. These owner that is into making money won't care because they have a palace there. The Super Bowl is going to be here. You're going to have Usher juking and jiving and doing backflips. That is the problem. The owner, if his interest is rooted in money, will only care about money. And we'd have to win on a wing and a prayer. It's good having an owner who cares about winning. Because that's the dirty little secret of the National Football League. This shit is an investment for a lot of these people. And they don't care. They don't care if they win, bro. You think the people that own the Cardinals care if they win? They don't care. The guys that own the Texans, they will march a shit football team out there and do just enough to make you believe, just enough, and do nothing. Shad Khan, the owner of the Jaguars, will keep putting a shit product out there just as long as he puts butts in the seat. And that's a harder sell than you think down there in the Bible Belt, where people only care about college football. Most of the South, and that's why, they say the Cowboys are America's team, because it was a time where south of the Mason-Dixon, everybody was Dallas Cowboy fans for a long time before, you start having the Dolphins and the Buccaneers and all of them teams. Let me get back to this, man. I'm up here rambling, man. My guy, Darth Vader, JMD has a very punchable face. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he freaking does. Johnny Ramirez, wasted. I told you that this coach and staff were trash. They came here to destroy our Raiders. They got Bolden. That should have never been a team. Johnny Ramirez, bro, if you believe that these guys came here with the explicit task of destroying the Raiders, bro, come on, man. Like, bro, don't, come on. Nobody's going to ruin their career coming here to destroy a football team. That is not why these guys are here. Now, are some of the things that they doing not conducive to winning as far as from a personality standpoint? Yeah, but they want to win. Are they accomplishing in that right now? No. But guess what, man? If you believe that, Johnny, I'm going to need you to.
Angry man, what you doing here? Man, sit your ass down.
Johnny. That F is going on here. Johnny, sit your ass down. You summoned my oath. You summoned my oath. Beginning of my show. You summoned it. We got 508 here, yo. Get wasted with your brother wasted, man. Old school. Love coaches who are actually engaged with and motivating players on the sideline. JMD just seems too detached from the players. Never shows emotion. Bro, like, old school. I love that too, bro, but there's more than one way to skin a cat. Like, I don't necessarily need Josh McDaniels to be a rah-rah guy. I don't need Josh McDaniels to be a likable guy. I need Josh McDaniels to be a winner. That's what I need. He could be the biggest jerk off in the world as long as we win. I really could care less, bro. Like, real rap. My guy, Primos. Las Vegas is a tourist city. Great business decision, horrible football decision. It might not be, bro. The football, like the football, the city does not dictate how well the football team does. Prim, it don't. The players and the owner and the GM and the coach and the assistants, they dictate how well this team does. You can put a team in South Dakota and they could be the greatest football team of all time as long as the people in the building draft right and develop and coach right and get the right players. The one thing that the city determines is who would want to make a life there. And Nevada is not a bad place to make a life at. It isn't. It's a tax-free state. It's close to Cali. Why wouldn't you not want to be there? There's shit to do all the time. I mean, why would you not want to be there? You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, that's how I see it. He said, we love the wasted rants. Thank you, bro. I'm glad somebody wants to hear one of my rants. I got to get back to this chat. There's so many of y'all in here. Thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Good kid, 4K. It was over when we moved to Vegas instead of LA. Good, bro, look. It wasn't over, bro. I mean, listen, man. How's that working out for the Chargers? You know, like LA, bro, look, man. I'm glad that we're not in LA. I'm glad we're not sharing a building with the Rams. I'm glad we got our own stadium. We deserve this, bro. I like Las Vegas. I love going out there. I love doing podcasts from out there. I love all the engagement. I love Las Vegas, but it's a big town, but it's not a big town. You know, I like being out there, bro. I love going to the Woods and Whiskey events that we've been to and doing some of the show, doing the draft and all. I actually like Las Vegas. I enjoy it. It's hot as all hell, but I enjoy it. It's cool, you know, falling asleep in Denny's and, you know, me losing my shirt and then waking up and winning all the money back. You know, it's fun, man. My guy, Randy Souls. Bro, if Mark loved the team, he would care about winning. It doesn't seem like he wants the Raiders to win by keeping JMD here. Randy, look, bro, that is a very, very, very flawed logic, bro. Bro, like, when, like, bro, like, he brought Josh McDaniels here because Josh McDaniels has come from the winningest program in the last 25 years, right? He's had a hand in developing Tom Terrific. Mark Davis clearly is enamored with Tom Brady. He's clearly enamored with the Patriots because he wants to emulate that success, right? So, okay, so what do? Do you go out there? Because this is what he's done since he's been here. Do I go out there and give a coach? I'm gonna let the GM make the decision, right? So he did, because when he took the team over, Hugh Jackson was the coach. Hugh Jackson made some bad decisions when he was like the de facto lord and ruler of the Raiders when Al died. He tried to push the line a little bit too much with Mark. Mark had to show him what time it was, and Mark fired him. Right? So then Mark sat down with Ron Wolf and John Madden, rest in peace to them guys. Right? And he was advised by some OGs that he trusts, that's around his organization, that helped build the great Raiders of the past. And they advised him to bring in Reggie McKenzie. You know why? Because Reggie McKenzie was good with the cap. And I think most of Mark Davis's tenure initially was to save the team financially, bro. Like, you guys act like Mark Davis took over a situation like the Rooney brothers took over with the Steelers. Mark Davis took over a bad situation. Al ran this team, and God rest Al's soul. I love Al Davis, but Al ran this team into the ground financially. Mark would have fucking lost his team, bro. So most of his concern was trying to find a way to get from under the bad contracts, make the team viable, and to get them in a situation where they were going to make money. And he's done that. He's done a terrific job. So you can't tell me he's not trying to win, bro. The fact that he hires people and lets people do their job is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, bro. It's just people, place, and thing. You got to hire the right people. You got to hire the right people. He hasn't mastered that skill yet. But you got to hire the right people, bro. But the thing is, okay, Reggie Mack comes here. They hire Jack Del Rio. Jack Del Rio, look, they draft Derek Carr. We off to the races. Khalil Mack. Then Derek Carr's a second-round pick. You got to pay him first because his contract's up. Right? They start losing the team. Carr gets hurt. Things go into a tailspin. And the biggest mistake that Mark made was really hiring John. It was hiring Gruden. Because, bro, for you to get John Gruden to leave ESPN when he did, John Gruden was the highest paid personality at ESPN when he left. Not one of the highest paid. He was the highest paid. The way Stephen A. Smith is now, the way Scott Van Pelt was, John Gruden was the highest paid person at ESPN. So what are you going to do to get him to leave if you don't pay him more than ESPN? He's getting millions from ESPN. That's the best job on television he had because he ain't really had to do a whole lot. How are you going to convince a guy making that kind of money to come here and deal with this? You pay him $100 million and you give him a 10-year contract. And that's what a mistake was made. But I think he was trying to win because he believed in his heart of hearts, the last time we've had success, you know, John was here. He believed John was a genius. He believed John was the right coach. And his second time around, he was going to bring the Raiders to glory. And also, there's a business caveat to this too. How would you sell to the fan base the shit that we were doing at that point? How are you selling to the fan base the fact that he's trying to move to Las Vegas and he don't have no money and he can't pay Khalil Mack? or he, whatever the case. Could he have paid him? Who knows? Or was he at an impasse where he could only pay 2 players? How was he going to sell the Las Vegas move to the Raiders fan base, where the Raiders was in a situation where they had to have the stadium built and they still had to pack butts and seats in Oakland? How do you do it? You bring back an icon. He brought back John Gruden because to us, he's an icon. Now, he's kind of ruined that now, but, it is what it is. My guy, pimping ain't easy. It's tough to pay the outrageous Las Vegas markup as a fan with the product that they're putting out on the field. I work hard for my money. Get JMD the F out of here. And I get it, bro. I understand. It's hard to support these guys now. Listen, bro, it's game 3, 4. Let's see what happens. I've always said, let's wait and see. But if you think that I'm going to get on this airwave in front of all the thousands of people who watch me and destroy this team before I even give it a chance to see if it works, you are crazy. I'm not doing that. And I think that, we have a sort of like a self-deprecating kind of relationship with this team. It's almost like when the team fails, we want to tell everybody that you were right. So it's like you won in some kind of way. You won. Your opinion won. I'm not going to come here and do that. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that they're the greatest people in the world. But, we had to at least give them a chance. And people that have given them a chance are getting crucified unjustly because, what do you want me to do? You want me to say Josh McDaniels is terrible and it'll never work before I see what he's going to do? Just like now with Aidan O'Connell, right? We're open-minded. We want to see him play. We're hopeful. The only thing this regime has now is the currency of hope. That's it. The currency of hope. That's all we got now. We're hoping that they play well. We're praying that they play well. We want them to play well. And there's a lot of infighting in the nation now. We love this team. We all do. Whether you're a Kardashian or Kardashian, whether you love, you wanted them to keep Richie B, whether you like McDaniels, whatever. At the root of it is we want the team to win. By any means necessary, bro. Just win, baby. I'm not going to spend my time fighting with you over that. So I'm going to support these guys until they're gone. Unless they do some other dumb shit again that I just can't support. I can't support Josh McDaniels not keeping the football and going for a touchdown and kicking a field goal, saying we needed 2 possessions. That's gutless football. That ain't Raider football, bro. I'll never forget when Jack Del Rio tied the game and went for 2 to win it in New Orleans. I'll never, ever forget that because that's a Raider-ass move that he made. That is who we are, bro. We go out there and we pillage for fun. We go out there and we try the things that nobody would ever try to win. Al Davis used to draft punters in the first round. Kickers. That is who we are. We don't cower in situations like that. We go for it. And he needs to learn that. So if there's one criticism I can give him, it's that. T. Severe, always with haymakers. Some of these fans are acting like women. They complain about stuff that has nothing to do with winning. I don't care about his visor or him saying, or him being a cheerleader. Just effing win. Lee Zedell, shout out to you. Might be a good idea to bring McKenzie back because Chucky done effed up firing him. No. Reggie McKenzie is great with the cap. And let me read the rest of this. His buddy Mayock on board and play GM while he's the one making the final decision. Nope. Not for all the tea in China. I don't want Reggie Mack back. Reggie Mack is great with the cap But that's about it. This is a guy who drafted Jihad Ward instead of Derrick Henry. Nope. Don't want him. Keep him. Nope. 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 Can't do it. Won't do it. Nope. 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 I would love to see the Raiders alumni rally around Mark Davidson next time around during the hiring process. This is the thing, though, bro. The Raiders alumni is always in his ear, bro. They always did like, yo, bro, look, I don't know how they do it, but I would get a consulting firm. I would get a lot of smart people with analytics. I would have older people around me, bro. I would have a consensus. I wouldn't just like this is a multi-pronged, multifaceted issue, bro. He needs to exhaust whatever resources he has to understand who he's hiring. And Mark Davis really needs to do what is right and not what is popular. He needs to do what needs to be done. Because sometimes the right coach might be somebody that nobody's talking about. Really. Mark Davis and Ruthless. Mark Davis is a lot of things. He is a man with a really bad haircut, but he is not incompetent. You know what I'm saying? You just chatting right now, bro. The man might not be a football mind, but for him to pull off what he did financially with this team, bro. Now, I'm not turning this into the Mark Davis apology show. You guys need to look at the facts. Is he his dad? No. Who is, bro? Who is? But incompetent? I think not, my guy. It's about hiring the right people. Like, look at Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones hired the right coach at the right time and won 3 Super Bowls. Because even though Barry Switzer won that one, Jimmy Johnson that's Jimmy's team. Jimmy built that team, bro. And there were like a run about 15, 16 years where you talk about being incompetent. The Cowboys were shit. Then he hires Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells starts getting it going in the right direction. He drafts Romo. He has the guts to start Romo. Romo starts playing okay. They get to the playoffs. They get TO and they start making. And then when Jerry didn't think he was getting enough control, he fired. He's a fire, but he starts messing with the broad. Then they start bringing in the Wade Phillips of the world and all of these bums. It's a guy who hired Dave Diacampo and guys like, come on, bro. Nobody ever says Jerry Jones is incompetent. The Dallas Cowboys have not won a Super Bowl since 1996. Haven't been to one neither. Haven't won a lot of playoff games. Used to get owned in their stadium by Eli Manning and the Giants. Dallas, they win, but they're not winning. They're not. It's not like they, ringing up no chips. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won more championships than the Cowboys over the last 20 years. What are we talking about? Who is competent as an owner? Who's competent? Who's really competent? You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you call Mark Davis, like Mark Davis has owned this team since 2011, bro. And it was a bad financial situation, bro. Wasn't nobody coming here. They weren't viable for free agents the first few years here. We just got to Las Vegas, bro, during the freaking pandemic. Like, come on, man. My guy, Pride and Purpose. Max needs help. Buckner could be that. The O-line is out of sync. Shuffle it. AOC could be the sugar to help the medicine go down still early. And that's a fact. Now, with the Buckner situation, what would it take to get DeForest Buckner? Looking at our quarterback situation, right? Do you really want to, would it take a first rounder to get DeForest Buckner this year? So do you think it's worth going and getting an older player who's on his contract? You got to pay. You got to give up draft capital. Do you want to give up a second or a first? Because the way this draft is quarterback-wise, there's about, 5 first-round guys, possibly if you view Shedeur Sanders as a first-round talent, right? So you have, You have Drake May, you have Caleb Williams, you have Michael Penix, right? You got Quinn Ewers, you got the kid from Michigan, right? You got Shador Sanders, you got Bo Nix. You got quarterbacks this year, man. You got some quarterbacks in this draft. So do you want to give up any premium draft compensation for a team that could be on the road to nowhere to pay a player that you don't even know whether he really want to be here or not? Look, I believe in making those bold swings on players who are star players when you have the table set to win. We already have some pieces that right now, man, we got one piece in Devontae Adams who, having Devontae Adams is like parking a Bugatti in the trailer park, man, the way this team is. He is phenomenal. He's above all of this, right? And then you have Buckner, and he'd help out defensively, but you want to keep your draft capital is key. That's how you dig your way out of hell drafting well. If you want to know why the Raiders are in hell, it's not so much about Mark Davis, it's who the people have drafted since Mark Davis is on the team. They've had a bad run of luck. They've had guys doing this job in the first round who shouldn't be. And the fact that we drafted Tyree Wilson as high as we did shows me that. And then the last regime, they did us no favors. This is why we are. This is where we are right now. This is not just the owner's fault. This isn't just one person. This is a multifaceted problem. See, like a lot of times people want the answers to the test, right? But this is a multiple choice, kind of an answer. It's an all of the above kind of an answer. It's not one answer. It's not one solution, yo. I'm so sick and tired of people yelling for Davis to sell a team. Mark is the only person who will sustain the Raider tradition. Anyone else in this team and organization will never be the same. Top, they don't understand that, bro. Yo, really appreciate you and your comments and all the things you add to my channel, man. Appreciate you, bro. Joe Vigil, yes. Thank you for saying that Al ran his team into the ground before him. It's sad. Been a fan for years, and it's never been coaches or the players. It's been ownership for years. But look, and I'm not going to sit up here and badmouth Al. I love Al Davis. Al Davis is a hero of mine. I love the way he went about things. But this is the thing, man. The sun will set on all of us one day. And the sun set on Al Davis. But I think that the sun set on his ability to run a football team and to think objectively and coherently. I think the sun set on Al Davis's mental acuity probably 8 or 9 years before he died. Maybe a little less, probably about 5. And then he spent so much time fighting with the NFL. Like, bro, they say that people can multitask, right? I happen to be a guy who can work a dangerous 6-figure job. I can run a successful podcast. I own properties. I'm a great father. I'm gonna say I am a great father and I'm a great husband. You know what I'm saying? I might not be the best friend, but I'm a damn good father and I'm a damn good husband. And you know what? I'm a good friend too. I don't have a whole lot of friends anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because, you get older, you don't have the time to cultivate and nurture them relationships, right? All I got is family. So if you my friend, I consider you my family, right? If you my real friend. I got friends I grew up with my whole life. I got my guys in Shieldmore. I got guys I work with that I've been tight with for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, right? So, but the thing about that is, I say that to say this. Multitasking is a myth. It's a myth. Like, you can do one thing well, finish it, and move on to the next. But you can't be a pit animal lawyer in court all the time and run a football team well. You can't do it. Mark took over a team in 2011. 2010, we actually lost value. The Raiders were worth $761 million when he took over. They're now worth $5 billion. Best stadium facilities and trainers in the NFL. I rest my case. Michael Rocha. Quit with the fire McDaniels already. Season 2, 3 games in. 1-2 record. Get out of here with that. Not every new coach gets lucky to have one season turnarounds. Raiders, baby. Thank you, Michael Rocha. And that's how I feel. Thank you for the $9.99 super. Thank you for keeping the lights on. This is what I am talking about. You got to see this thing through. Good, bad, or indifferent. If it becomes a dumpster fire, then it does. But it is way too early to give up. This is my personal opinion. Jimmy's hurt. Maybe this might be the litmus point to turn the season around if they start the kid. But I know for damn sure. Now, I'm going to circle right back to the thumbnail and what we're here to talk about. I know for damn sure what won't turn the season around. Brian Hoyer. If Brian Hoyer is playing on Sunday, they have officially given up. And you guys should start wrapping your mind around seeing a whole lot of mock drafts. Y'all should wrap your mind because we're going to be here regardless, right? You better start wrapping your mind around who's going to be the next coach because the nation won't stand for this. See, look, man, DC was here for a long time. He gave a lot to this organization. John Gruden was in his organization a long time. He had a 10-year contract. He's won with this organization. He had a little more rope, even though he was doing things that were messed up. This guy don't get that kind of rope with this organization. He don't. Do I want to see him get fired? Do I want to see it start all over again? No, I don't. But if this turns into the kind of dumpster fire that I think it can, if we don't win and we don't start winning, if we're like bottom third, like in play for one of the top quarterbacks, I don't trust them to make that decision at that point. I mean, hell, they passed on Jalen Carter. See, the thing about that tragedy turn tribe, the fact that Mark let Gruden trade Mac shows what kind of owner Mark is. Now, see, that's not true because at the end of the day, man, and look, that's the worst trade. I think the economics of the Khalil Mack situation is what played into it. I think once Khalil Mack was trying to be the highest paid defensive player in the league, or trying to win Aaron Donald's deal is what really messed the Khalil Mack thing up. I don't think Mark had the money for that deal. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, how do you know? You don't know what you're talking about? Because we hadn't moved yet. And he was trying to get all of that together, the finances. And, you know, it was a lot of things. Like, Mark got this team. Like, bro, you know what Mark did? Mark is a guy who had no money. And he went into a Bentley dealership and bought a Bentley with no money and bad credit. That's really what he did. What he did was amazing. Amazing, like to pull off what he did, this move to Vegas. So I think there's a lot of economic things that are behind the scene things that played into that. And him trusting a guy that he thought was a genius. My guy, Top Beast. I disagree. Other teams have fired coaches who have been ineffective in mid-season. We're still paying Gruden. Bring Gruden in as an interim coach. But, bro, do you really bro? So, okay, Top, this is the crazy thing. So now you're bringing John Gruden in and you're installing a whole nother offensive philosophy mid-season. When people fire a coach mid-season, they keep somebody on the staff and they elevate them as head coach because it's too hard to install. It doesn't make any sense to bring John Gruden back, bro. It don't. And the whole reason why you moved on from John Gruden was the firestorm that was John Gruden. And he was gently nudged to do that by the other owners. It does, to me, it makes no sense to bring John Gruden. It doesn't. These guys, a lot of these guys didn't play for John Gruden. It's like, you know, Hunter Renfrow and Colt Miller and Max. But, you know, like the quarterbacks and everything that they're doing offensively, like come on, man. That to me, Top, I gotta disagree with you, my brother. I gotta disagree with you, bro. You know, now if you're gonna do that at the end of the season, then that's something different. Joe Vigil, thank you for the 199 super. Appreciate you, bro. 44 years, only seen 2 winning seasons. LOL. No, bro, it's no way. If you're 44 years old and you've been a Raider fan your whole life, you've seen more than 2 winning seasons, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. My guy McLuffy. Exactly, wasted. And Dallas games played on TV, win, lose, no matter what's the record. Yeah, this way back. Damn, I ain't been keeping up with the chat. I normally keep up with the chat pretty good. I'm effing up, man. We got almost 600 in the room. Yo, get wasted with your brother. Wasted, man. I'd give this 2 years. Wait. I give this 2 years and next 5 for Buckner. I wouldn't. Not in the situation we're in. Like, bro, if we were in a situation where we already located the quarterback, yeah, I would move heaven and earth to get Buckner. But the fact that we're gonna need, because if y'all haven't noticed, it's only week 3. There's a lot of bad football being played around the National Football League. I mean, the Donkeys got blown out. They got 70 hung on them, bro. Bro, they got 70 hung on them, bro. That's like back in the Nebraska days with Tom Osborne, them beating a jabroni team down to be ranked number 1 in the AP poll. Like that's what happened. They got treated like a college team, bro. My guy Top. The primary frustration with the Raider Nation is that we're married to Ziegler and McDaniels, yet we know the car they're driving is likely going to crash. And it sucks, man. It sucks. Because I want to believe that a guy that's been around one of the great coaches of all time absorbs some of that. You would think by the law of averages, Bill Belichick's coaching tree is a weed. A coach that's that great, that came from Parcells and surpassed Bill Parcells, you would think he'd have one fucking guy that he's had on his staff that's been any good. But all the magic in New England is on the shoulders of the great Tom Brady and the great Bill Belichick. And that's really what it is. That's really what it is, man. And that's the problem. Golly, I'm behind, man. Dubzilla, what it is. Would you want Ryan to help for the defensive calls? Like, bro, to be real with you, I'm gonna be honest with you. The defense wasn't really the problem. It's not the problem. The offense is the problem. Like, bro, we can't expect for them to like kind of commit to building a defense and think that we're gonna get the Baltimore Ravens, bro. We're not gonna get that. You don't get the Baltimore Ravens by not having the dogs in the, like, bro, come on, man. You look, bro. Yeah, we got Max. Chandler Jones is out there. He, today, if you guys haven't heard, and I didn't get into this because I've been on like kind of my soapbox today, man. I don't do this a lot, and I'm very sorry for that. But I'm not apologizing for crap because you know what? This is what the content is about. Sometimes we go off and careen into things that other people aren't talking about, and we don't give a good goddamn. Chandler Jones, man, was sent to the hospital, and rightfully so. And he's saying that he was injected with some things, and this man has problems that are beyond the scope of football. They're off the football field. It's nothing to do with what we got going on over here, and it's getting to the point where the league needs to step in so that the Raiders can separate themselves from the situation. He can get the help that he needs going forward. Because I don't think that this is just a quick fix. You can't give him a pill and sit him in front of you can't sit him in front of somebody and he can explain all his problems away. This is a chemical and medicine issue. This guy's like borderline delusional. It's time that the Raiders get a reprieve on that contract, man. That's what I think. Yo, thank y'all for all the supers. Thank y'all for supporting, man. I think I'm finally caught up. Wasted. Miami has the top 6 fastest ball carriers in the NFL this year. We have Trey Tucker, the 10th fastest this year. Yet they don't use him often. I mean, he's a rookie, man. They gotta acclimate him and get him involved. I mean, bro, look, when you got Devontae Adams, right, and you got Josh Jacobs, you got 2 superstars, right? There's only so many footballs to go around. You got Jacoby Myers, the guy you brought in who was a veteran, right? So who would I rather see have the football? Devontae Adams or Trey Tucker? Yeah, he's fast. We love speed, right? Who do I want to see to have the football? Answer me in the chat. Yo, who y'all want to see have the ball? Tucker or Devontae Adams? I think it speaks for itself. Devontae Adams. But the thing is, listen, you only get so many opportunities when the offense isn't out there, continuing sustaining drives. If you're not sustaining drives, you don't get the amount of touches. Like, people talk about Hunter Renfrow not getting the ball, and that has been glaring. But there's not as many opportunities because they're not sustaining drives. This live sucks, brother. You far behind the news. I'm going to get blocked. Sorry. No, bro, look, man. You are not going to be unceremoniously blocked. But guess what?
Angry man, what you doing here? Man, sit your ass down.
The F out of here. Listen, man. Look, I love this live. This live is great. The F out of here. My guy, Gerard Burrs. You spread the ball around. That's what keeps the drives going. Yeah, man. But Gerard, look, man. We got a lot going on here, bro. Like, yo, we have a quarterback who already was very limited throwing the football. You know what I'm saying? We have a quarterback who already had issues throwing the ball. Then he has a lower extremity issue. You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of moving parts. There were a lot of things that we were expecting to happen this offseason, that we wanted to happen, that are not happening early this season. But the elixir for that is the currency of hope. And the currency of hope is Aidan O'Connell. Aidan O'Connell coming in, even if he's a rookie, even if he struggles a little bit, he at least does one big thing. He unclogs the box. That right there, he automatically is an improvement in one area. The improvement is him being able to stretch the field and throw the football deep. Now, I'm not saying Aidan O'Connell has a slinky, but he throws much harder and better than Jimmy Garoppolo at this point in Jimmy's career. If you can take Jimmy Garoppolo's brain and give him Aidan O'Connell's arm, we'd have something. I don't think, but at this point, Jimmy Garoppolo is getting the ball picked off because he's never been a guy that get intercepted a lot. He is leading the league in interceptions because his arm that unclogs the box. Pause. Now, see, that's not a pause because I've unclogged many of boxes in my days. No. I'm talking about the listen, I'm talking about the boxes that look like, you guys know what we're talking about, the ones that purr, the kitten. Y'all tweaking, man. Jerm 92. Yo, pause. Yo. He said, I don't know so much about Jimmy's brain. That's a fact, yo. Yo, he said, say that man has a sleep. Yo, I know. Yo, this is terrible. Yo, falling off, yo. I'm falling off. Oh my God, man. I am falling off. God! Wow! I'm falling off out here in these streets, yo. Yo. Oh, my dear sweet brother Noopsy. My dog Intel is in the place. What up, man? Yo, my gosh, man. Yo, this is crazy, yo. This is crazy. Rated Nomad. If you're gonna throw a pick, put some zip on it. Yeah, man, he was throwing some wounded ducks out there, bro. He was throwing some helium balls, bro. Yes. Yo, he was throwing some helium balls, bro. It's time to get somebody out there that can actually throw the ball. Yeah, I know, right? Top. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. My guy, J-Ro, thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. I was just about to ask you if you thought that was the plan all along. Give Jimmy a couple of weeks and then let the kid take over. No, man. I really think they believed in Jimmy Garoppolo, bro. Because, like, to be honest with you, there were other options out there that were a lot healthier than Jimmy Garoppolo, such as, Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, doesn't have a lack of arm strength. He's a guy you can teach. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I never thought that was the plan at all. I didn't think. I think they thought when they built this roster in their heart of hearts, I think they really, really thought that they had a competitive roster, and they could. They still do. We have a lot of talent on this football team. We have a lot of talent on this football team, but it's not looking like The players are bought in anymore. And it doesn't look like Jimmy Garoppolo is the man that can get it done. It's not looking like that. And see, at this end, at the end, a lot of people, they want to bring it back to the guy who was there before. For me, bro, listen, look, I'm not gonna keep banging my head on the wall thinking that I'm a breakthrough. Once I get to a point where I see that I'm getting the same result, I need to go another direction, bro. And I'm off of the direction and the quest to be great. And being, a lot of people are afraid, bro. A lot of people are afraid, bro. People are afraid to take the road less traveled to be great. Sometimes for you to be great, you got to walk through the fire to be great. Sometimes you got to take risk to be great. That is a lot of the problem that I have a problem with them not drafting Carter. Because sometimes you got to take those arrows and them slings for you to be great. You got to say, I don't care what you think about me. I'm taking this kid because he's the right guy to take. That's what you have to do. You got to take the road less traveled to win. That's how Al always won. When Al was young and he was in his prime, he always did things that nobody did. And it was always frowned upon and looked down upon, right? But when it worked, then everybody congratulates you. And then everybody calls you a genius. You're only a genius when you prove it. Sometimes genius, because genius is not common, right? Greatness is not common. Sometimes it doesn't look the way everyone else thinks it should look. That's the thing about greatness, man. No matter what, we never gave up 70. Thank you, Big Willie, man. Big time Willie, my guy, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. Hey, somebody said some spicy shit. Get him out of here. Oh, pay your bar tab. Get wasted. The Dark said, yo, somebody just gave me some breaking news. He said that Al Davis is dead. I had no idea. What are you, a jerk off, Dark Side? Dark Side, listen, don't get unceremoniously blocked. I'm not in the best of moods. You will get run over. Blocked. F up. Just another DJ. Wasted. What type of identity does this team/franchise need to be successful? This organization has been lost for days. Bro, the identity really has been set for this organization a long time. Al gave us the rules. He gave us the answers to the test. Commitment to excellence, pride and poise. The quarterback must go down and it must go down hard. Look, the more things change, the more things stay the same. Like everybody want to come and reinvent the wheel when it comes to football. Everybody wants to come with all this new this and new that. And you know what winds up happening? The teams that win wind up going right back to the way football was played back in the day. When the playoffs happen, you get these teams, they throw the football all over the place, right? Like, I'm going to give you an example. When the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just won his last Super Bowl, right? Tom Brady played great. But guess what? When you talk about playoff Lenny, you know why playoff Lenny is playoff Lenny? Because in the playoffs, the game slows down sometimes. And you gotta grind for every yard. You gotta play smash mouth football. And they ran the ball down people's throats. Yo, physicality, aggression. That is how you win. That should be the identity of the Raiders. That's the identity. It ain't no secret. Physical, smart, smash mouth football. That's how you win in the NFL. That's how you sustain winning. Look at the Legion of Boom. Knocking people out. Look at, I hate to say it, look at the 49ers. They haven't won anything in a long time, but they've been competitive because they knock you out. That's what you do to win. Build a tough football team. And guess what? To build a tough football team, you don't always got to have choir boys. Sometimes you got to have mercenaries. Elmatic, my brother Wasted. We better be starting AO4 by the time I go to the damn Jets game. I ain't mad at you, Elmatic. They better be starting him this goddamn week. Not next week, not 3 weeks from now. If they don't start this kid this week, you know how I said, listen, y'all know I don't flip. I go in here, I assess the situation. It's a week-to-week league. We assess it from week to week. Right? So these lives might sound a lot different in 3 weeks. Newsflash. If we're playing well, these lives will sound different because we're winning. But if we're losing, oh my God, every day you're getting cooked. And I'm going to tell you something. If they don't start this boy and they put Brian Hoyer looks like a ventriloquist dummy. And he's terrible. Graphic told me, I was talking to Graphic earlier, right? Graph told me that this guy has not won a game since 2016. Pre-pandemic. Get the F out of here. If they don't put AOC in, AO4, Aidan O'Brady, Favre, whatever you want to call him, if he ain't playing, the currency of hope has been wasted. That guy should be a coach. He should be a quarterback coach. He is probably valuable and more valuable with a headset talking to him instead of having him out there throwing the damn football at damn near 40 years old. You know what Brian Hoyer looks like? You guys ever play like NBA 2K or like a wrestling game or boxing game and they have the default player? It's normally a bald-headed Caucasian man like this. That is exactly what he looks like. He looks like uncooked chicken. Really. And he looks like he should not be playing. He better have a goddamn headset on. Effing Brian effing Hoyer. Yeah, effing break. Yet Ziegler wouldn't sign Stidham and held him at $2 million. Yet he signs Hoyer at $4.2 million contract. That was the beginning of the end for me in terms of Ziegler's decision-making and ability. And yo, Top, haymaker. Yo, look, Top, I gotta yo, just F. Let Top Beats cook. He's cooking. Warm it up there, Top Beats. You warm it up there, Top. Oh, yo, they don't know about Lester the ventriloquist. Only the real OGs know, yo. Yo, Eight Nations old. They don't know nothing about the 80s sitcoms, bro. They don't know nothing about Lester. Yo, you know who I used to think looked like Lester the ventriloquist dummy? Yo, bro, the Whispers, the twins from the Whispers. Oh my gosh, man. Brian, the default player Hoyer, yo. Yo, Sean Johnson, look, this live is going and careened into a place that I never expected it to. There is no football analysis going on today right now, bro. Fewest plays on offense per game. Number 32, the Jets. Number 31, the Raiders. Case closed. The offensive guru is not guruing right now. He's not offensing, he's offending. Oh my God, man. Yo, Intel is an old head. He said Willie Tyler and Lester, yo. Yo, the only I would have ever if he told me they had an original LA team. Yo, y'all crazy, man. We need to smash the discharge. We do, bro. We definitely do, man. Ready to know, man. Talking about the whispers. Oh man. Yes, I almost ran him over with a bus. Yes, everybody. Wait, I missed. Hey, Top, I missed the super chat. Let me pull up, bro. I'm gonna pull up, bro. My bad, bro. There's so many people in here, bro. Oh, McDaniels is losing the locker room. Our star vets are getting frustrated. McDaniels/Ziegler making safe calls and not trying to hit home runs. And that's a fact, bro. The thing about it is they playing with people's careers, man. They playing with people's careers, man. Devontae Adams, bro, look, let me tell you something about life, bro. Life is very peculiar, yo. Life is peculiar. Life is precious. And life is something that you can't waste. You can't waste a second. You can't waste a minute. You can't waste the time. Not even, this ain't got nothing to do with football. When you with your family, when you with your friends, like every time I get together with my guys, man, we go out to Vegas, I appreciate it and I love it and I cherish it. You know why? Because you never know what can happen in life. I've lost a lot of good people in my life, a lot of friends at a young age, right? So whenever, like, yo, that's the reason why, like, when I talk to docs, right? Yo, that I appreciate that. That's a guy like, yo, when you get older, you don't pick up a lot of friends along the way. You kind of are set. I feel like I picked up a good, but I talked to Big Mike. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because you know, Hammer, you know, I like B, Andy, Halo, like, you know, them guys, yo, you picked up good guys. You got to cherish that. You got to cherish it. And Devontae Adams is cherishing his greatness. His greatness, bro, is something that he has to capitalize on now. And they better capitalize on it. Jimmy G is Dan P. AOC is Plunkett. Yo, he could be. He could be Dan Pastorini, yo. He could be, man. But guys, I just want to say that. And guess what? I've been going at this an hour and a half. I think Graf and Hammer are going in another like 20, 30 minutes or something, yo. I think it's about time to get up off here, man. My guy, UA Mel, appreciate you for the 49 Super. Hate to say it, but the Ravens have bit our style, and they're the modern day Raiders. Nah. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I mean, the Ravens, man, yeah, man, it'll be hard for me to admit it, bro. Whew. Intel, I have to live in a space where everything that was said about Josh is true. Can't argue with folks when they say it because he never proved them wrong. And guess what? Josh McDaniels, I know you're busy planning, you know, the game plan. You're sitting up there, you're miring in all of your football splendor now. You know, David Ziegler, you know, and everybody in the organization, who's ever in the organization. I don't know if you watch my podcast. I don't know if you know who I am. I don't know if you know who we are. You know what? I'm pretty sure you do. I'll tell you this. The safe choices that you guys have made have burned you every single time. And Brian Hoyer will be one of those things. And if you don't do what's required and try to do what's safe, let me tell you something. You could be safe at home on your couch, unemployed. And you will be after the season. Because let me tell you something. The embarrassment that was this Sunday in front of a national audience, I have never seen a Raider Stadium taken over in that manner. That was embarrassing. It hurts. We are supposed to be one of the flagship organizations and fan bases in this nation. And for us to have to get dealt with and just like, look, it was a competitive game and shit, but just to have the Steeler faithful take our stadium over and make our stadium Heinz Field West is an embarrassment. And Mark Davis, I've been supportive of you. I've been supportive of Josh. I support the Raiders, man. Mark Davis, you better be taking notes, my brother. Because this is what it's going to be if you don't do something about this now. You got to stop the bleeding now, bro. And I know nobody wants to be in the business just hiring and fire, rinsing and repeating. But Josh McDaniels, if you do not do what you are supposed to do, believe you me, bro, and not start this kid, you're going to lose the locker room. You're going to lose the fan base. You're going to have the media at your neck every week. And I'm going to tell you something. If this shit goes and careens into a place where you're one of the bottom 3 teams in this league, bro, you don't deserve to wear silver and black. You don't deserve it. This shit used to mean something, bro. And we need to make it mean something right now. Again, I'm tired of it not meaning anything to people. It means something to me. This team is something that really has shaped a lot of my life. Those principles have shaped this league. Al Davis helped shape this league, bro. He's a giant. He's not some regular mark-ass owner, bro. He shaped this league, bro. Understand the magnitude of what you have here, Josh McDaniels. Do what's right. Start the kid and light it up. Or get the F out of here. Effing bum. My guy, you read this on the way out. If this bozo McDaniels wants the slightest shot of keeping his bum ass employed, we better be seeing Aidan start on Sunday. That's effing right. Everybody on Twitter, everybody in the room today, thank you, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Love all of y'all. And I appreciate y'all listening to me talk my shit today, man. I needed to get off my chest, man. I had to take a break. I was so pissed off from that game, bro. I couldn't do it yesterday, man. Love all of y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. I hope to see y'all next time we go live. Man, please hit that like, hit that subscribe button, man. Love all of y'all, man. Thank y'all. Peace. And another thing. Frankly, yo, I'm out of here. Yo, did you post something? Planet Race, I gotta look. Love every single one of y'all. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, man. Peace. Go pull up on Docs and Hammer. They got the call-in show, man. I hope y'all enjoyed today, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Peace. Oh, wait a minute. And y'all know, man, come on. You know I'm corny, bro. But you love it.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Let me tell you something. We lose to the Chargers, the price is dropping. It is going to be bargain basement prices all over Raider Nation, yo. Y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.